Okay, so right now I am standing directly to the east of Neeb Hall, which is this way. I'll show you Neeb Hall in just a moment, but this is just to give you a perspective of the campus. So I'm just to the east of Neeb. Now I'm turning to my south, so now I'm looking southwest. What we see is Stauffer A. Right on the other side of that is Stauffer B, which is our main building. I'll give you a walk there in just a moment. This just kind of gives you an idea of what we're looking at. So we have sort of a wide area, we have trees, we have nice big wide open sidewalks, and we turn and we walk towards Neeb Hall. There's a courtyard area out front of Neeb Hall, and I believe this is also going to be part of the digital culture corridor. We have interactive displays, performances, etc. So I'm going to start walking towards Neeb Hall. I'll be going up these steps and you'll see Neeb right over to my left. Okay, so what we have is sort of a large courtyard. So now again, I am turning to my left, looking directly at Neeb Hall. So you can see it's kind of a standard venue. Panning right. Panning left. Look down, we can see we have some stairs. Walk up a little bit more, we see we have something of an open area. Back to the doors of the hall, and I'm going to turn around so I'm facing north. And we can see we have some plants, we have a courtyard area here. I believe we're going to have performances and some other things happening out here. So I'm now pointing to where this video originally started. So I'm pointing to the east, moving around northeast, back to north, moving around northwest, pointing west now, and pointing back at Neeb Hall. Let's see if I can get into Neeb. And I'm going to see if we can actually look inside the classroom. So I'm going to be very, very quiet. So please go ahead, and it looks like I can get in, which is great. So let's take a look. You can see we have doors that'll take us back up to the main mall, so we can actually exit Neeb from a number of different areas. I'm going to go ahead and go back up the way I came. Go ahead and exit Neeb Hall. So really there are two ways to Stauffer B from Neeb Hall. There's a long way and a short way. I can either turn to my right, which is back to the east, walk down a number of different paths. Now turning to the south, if I just head straight south, and then make a right right after those two big palm trees, I will get to Stauffer B. Or there's also a back way, which I believe is part of the digital culture corridor, which will always also get me to Stauffer B. Now you notice we do have some areas of landscaping. I have no idea what ASU's policies are with this landscaping, i.e. I don't know whether anything can be buried in this landscaping. It's entirely possible, but that's not my policy call, but it's at least a possibility. We have some nice desert plants and things like that, and these little areas are all over the place. But at any rate, so we come around the back, and this is probably the quickest way. So now that big building that you see right ahead of you is in fact Stauffer B, and so we're walking down a pathway which takes us directly there. This is Stauffer B right ahead of us. That's a large parking garage over there. Again, we have some more areas. We have some grassy areas out here. We have some more dirt areas out here, large power transformers, some trees, that type of thing. Large satellite dish, which to my knowledge doesn't do a whole heck of a lot, sort of an interesting environmental structure. Again, this is Stauffer B. This is the building where we will actually be doing the workshop, this sort of large scalloped one. This is Stauffer A, the one that you saw sort of right off the bat, that initial building I was showing you. And again, we're looking at Neeb Hall again from the rear. Those three little overhangs, there's a door underneath each one of those. So again, those are alternative ways out of the building. They may be ways in as well. I'm not sure if they're exit only. Well, here, let's take a quick look. And it looks like, yeah, those are set up as exit only. So those are not entrance doors. You can notice there's no handle on those. So we have a breezeway between Stauffer A and B. Again, we're in Stauffer B. Again, this is the way here out to that original courtyard where I was. So we've basically circled Neeb Hall. You can see that we have some more landscaping, things like that. As we walk back in here, we pass these gentlemen doing some electrical work, and we come into the breezeway between digital culture, Stauffer A and Stauffer B. Virtual tour for someone. Come in the door to the Stauffer B building, and here's where we are. And we walk down the hallway. I'll show you the media lab first. I'll take you into the main space, but there's a class, so I have to be kind of quiet.
So pretty much everybody is your first and last name at ASU. But everybody has like their ASU right at ASU.edu, so some of them may be like that. So go ahead and put the email that you get all the material or all the emails from this class into that field.
I don't know if anybody else can have the same issue, but I've got two login names. So,
Okay.
I have to use the longer string instead of the ASU right now.
Okay, well we can look at it right now on here. So I'll just go ahead and scroll through, go ahead and look for your name so you know exactly which one.
So we just left one half of the flex space. You can see there was sort of a right and left classroom space. The large thing on the floor in the room without the students was a sprung dance floor. This is the other half on the other side of the movable wall. All of our tables and chairs are completely movable, rollable, and removable. We have some theatrical curtains hanging. It's a little bit difficult to see them, but we do have directed theatrical lighting. That's a grid from which we hang things. You can see we have speakers up on the ceiling. Everything is wired for sound. That's our main projection and stage area. There's a whiteboard there. So you can see it's a fairly large area. So the idea is between this and the places on the other side of the wall, we would have 3 workshops, one of those being yours. This is our stage, presentation lecture station. And again, this gives you kind of a scope of the size of the room with an individual in here working. So it's a fairly large, fairly flexible space. We have entrances and exits all over the building. So if I got this exit, we're back outside near that large satellite dish where we were before, and in the distance on the other side of the satellite dish we have Neeb Hall. So that takes you from Neeb Hall, shows you both sides, right and left, shows you some planters, environmental aspects, brings you into Stauffer B and shows you the main Stauffer B spaces. Let me know if you need any more video. Thanks.